also got the other one with a picture of Kate going, Kate's now officially a MILF.
Oh God, she is. Just realised that. Just realised that now Kate is officially a MILF.
Welcome to the GamesForum podcast. We are back after a somewhat brief hiatus. I am your host, Rawgasm. With me this week we have the likes of Deus Ex Machina.
Hey guys.
And Colossal Marlin.
Hey, what's up with you?
What's up with me? What's up with you?
Nothing's up with me. What's up with you?
Well, we're doing a podcast.
Yeah, that's true. We are.
That's what's up with me.
That's cool.
Whoa. But no, I don't know why we've been on a hiatus, to be honest.
Well, I've not seen you on what's it called, Skype for a while.
Yeah.
And I was meaning to talk to you about Skype, and just say, hey, dude, let's podcast.
Yeah. I'm also on Facebook anyway, and you have my mobile number, Marlin.
That is true, but I'm a lazy bastard.
Fair enough. But, no, we're back anyway.
Have you guys ever had phone sex with each other?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Sorry.
Really raunchy.
I just wanted to know.
Really, really steamy.
I love the sound. I love the sound of his voice. He had me panting all over the place as well.
There was steam coming off the phone.
That's how hot our phone sex is. Our phones just can't handle it.
How was your ear afterwards? Because if it rubbed against it enough to create smoke.
Oh, it was. Oh.
Wait, was it the ear that smoke rubbed against?
Let's just say it's not PG at all.
Like this podcast won't be PG because I'm here.
Yeah, now that Marlin's here, this podcast will no longer be safe for work.
Lutosh won't be able to watch this. He's too young to watch this.
That's true. If you're listening to this, Lutosh, you're going to have to close it down now, otherwise you will... I don't know what's going to happen to you.
You know what this should be called?
NSFL.
No, NSFL, not safe for Lutosh.
I don't think it's actually safe for bread if it's like... Because I'm a pretty, I say some pretty not, I say naughty things, and bread...
That baby's out.
Yeah.
Bread's a baby.
A wee Scottish baby.
Legitimate baby.
When you got insulted by your jokes the other day, or week.
My jokes were totally legit.
But do you imagine them being done to him?
No, I wouldn't, because I'm not a paedophile.
I was talking about the bloody,
Anyway. Before we start with the podcast, guess what I'm going to be doing next week?
Stuff?
Yes,
Things?
stuff. I am off to the Summer of Sonic 2013.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's going to be great. It's hosted somewhere in London. My mate Connor knows the way, so I'm just going to follow him until we get there. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I think I did mention it on a podcast before, and I think I mentioned... Oh, wait, no, that was a part of the... That was in the... That was before we started recording, but I was going to suggest that me and him would dress up as Scratch and Grounder from the old TV cartoon.
Yeah, they are classic characters.
They are. That would have been great, except none of us are actually that good at cosplaying. But I might cosplay for something else later down the line. But no, that's going to be next Saturday. I will be playing a lot of Sonic Lost Worlds.
That sounds like a cool thing.
It's going to be good.
It's a con, so nearly all cons are good cons.
Yeah, and this one was free, so... Although, it was very hard to actually get in it, and we were very lucky to, actually, because I'm gonna let you guess how quick it took for all the tickets to sell out. There were 2 waves of tickets. We got in on the first wave. Guess how quick that was until all the tickets were sold out.
The
3
speed
days?
it took.
Huh?
3 days?
6 seconds.
Ooh,
Oh,
wow.
okay. I was about to say the time it takes Sonic to go from Earth to the moon.
No. How long this wave of tickets to Summer of Sonic actually took, and it was a total of 13 seconds between for both the wave tickets.
Gotta sell fast.
Faster, gotta sell faster.
Floating around at the speed of sound.
It's gonna be
places
great.
to go, got to follow my rainbow.
It's gonna be great. I went last year, although last year was a lot easier for me because it was in Brighton, which is like just one bus stop away, so that was all right.
I am Brighton. 2 dogs fighting.
That was all right. But no, that'll be fun. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing next week. Anyone wanna pop in anything? Anything they've got planned up?
No.
It's my birthday next Saturday.
Nobody cares.
Are you going to be
Fuck
playing
you
Sonic?
guys.
Are you going to be playing Sonic Lost Worlds on your birthday?
No, I'm gonna be jet skiing.
No, well that's shit.
Yeah,
Okay,
jet skiing
then.
sucks balls.
No, I'm
Fuck
kidding.
you guys.
Times.
I'm kidding.
Jet skiing's pretty cool. I haven't been
just
jet skiing in a while.
goshing with you.
Usually when I go jet skiing, the jet ski turns into a submarine. Because
No,
I
it's
accelerate when it's
just
pointing
rapid jet
down.
ski.
Actually, I've never fallen off. Yet.
If it turns into a submarine, that means you're crap at jet skiing.
No, it just means it went under a bit and then popped back up.
That means you're crap at jet skiing.
Yeah, but that's the whole point. That's
No,
what
it's not.
That's what. Okay, maybe the jet ski isn't intended for that, but that's what I intended the jet ski for. Because I love when the water comes over and like
that's not what you're supposed to do.
They don't do that on Wave Racer.
They
Therefore,
don't
you're
do that
doing
on
it
Dead or
wrong.
Alive Extreme.
Huh?
They don't do that on Dead or Alive Extreme either.
Exactly.
I mean, the worst thing I've done is like when that high that when I've like sat back down, my balls and went straight back up into my neck.
Ouch.
I'm not even.
I like your pain.
It bloody well was because I was going full speed and I literally just bounced up on a wave and then slammed straight back down between my legs. Ugh.
And
But
other
enough
people
of that.
is so funny.
Should we get on with the podcast?
Yeah.
By the way, yeah. Enough of Deus's balls for one week. What have we all been playing?
Well, I'll let does anybody else want to start or?
No.
Okay, well, I'll start. I went to see. Well, this kind of ties in. I went to see Pacific Rim on Saturday. Last
Alright.
Saturday. No, the Saturday just got on bump. Is today Saturday?
No,
No,
today's
it's
Friday.
Friday.
Okay.
Friday.
Get down on Friday.
Saturday just gone. I went to see Pacific Rim. Pacific Rim was awesome. If you're into mecha, like I'm a big fan of the mecha genre of anime. And
Gundam.
I generally like kaiju movies anyway, like Godzilla and shit, because that's cool. And basically, this film was great, and you should all go see it because it's great. Simple as, just see it. And then I decided, how would one make a legitimate fighting game of it? Because the entire thing is that it's 2 people controlling one mech. So like, me and my friend were brainstorming ideas, and it was like, this would be totally legit. But there is actually a game, an arcade game, and I approve of this because not only is it a film tie-in game, but it's not a full game. It's an arcade game, and that's the only way to do film tie-ins, if you ask me. And
I somewhat agree with you there. Like, I know some movie tie-ins can be good, but at the same time,
Star Wars games don't really. Well, in fact, Battlefront and Battlefront 2 were movie tie-in games, if you ask me.
Don't
They
forget GoldenEye
story, but they
64.
tied to the movies, and they worked. But with most movie tie-ins, the James Cameron movie game was awful. I've still got it. I need to complete it. Well, I've completed it once. I need to complete it again.
I'm sure Val can tell you everything about the James Bond movie tie-ins and how great they are.
Yeah. Well, then again, was GoldenEye actually like a legitimately movie tie-in?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There we go. There's probably the best movie tie-in game that we'll ever have
Hmm.
because everybody seems to jizz over it every time it's mentioned. But no, like the Pacific Rim game is essentially like the movie, except it doesn't actually follow like the story because it's an arcade game. It's just the fights, and basically you have punch with like if you're fighting in a Jaeger, your X button is your right arm, left arm. I think it's one of your arms, and your Y button is your other arm, the other side of your body,
So
essentially.
kind of like Tekken in that way, where every button is a different limb.
Kind of. Like if you hold it down, like you will do a heavy melee for that side of the body, and B is just the general heavy attack. A blocks, and then you've got finisher moves, which you've got like kind of an energy bar at the bottom that builds up as you kind of do more attacks or block more things. The only thing is it goes up regardless of if you do anything. It's kind of like you're charging up. But yeah, that's pretty cool. The only thing is, if you want to do really well in the game, you've kind of got to buy the DLC because it's literally you pay 800 MS points for 5 characters and the game itself.
Yeah.
And you don't really get much more. So personally, I think I paid, I think it's 300 Microsoft points or something for a character.
Yeah.
And basically I bought the guy Slatin, who's like the big bad kaiju of like the entire movie.
Alright, yeah.
Basically, the original Cat 5 was going to be the Sharktopus, but they replaced it with this guy.
I see.
But no, it's pretty. Like that was a joke, by the way. But yeah, it's pretty good. For 800 Microsoft points, I'd say if you really like Pacific Rim and you like big mechs and you like fighting aliens that are also huge, then it's worth it.
Is it quite fast paced for a fighting game, or?
It's very much if you get the first hit in. It's kind of you just need to. No, it's not fast paced at all. It's so slow.
Right. Okay.
And the annoying thing is that there are online achievements for it.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking to myself, who is going to want to play this game online?
Is it not a very good game? Okay.
It's not that it's not very good. It's that most of the missions are the same. You're doing the same stuff on the same, most of the time the same well, there's maybe 5 backgrounds. And don't get me wrong, you can interact with the scenery, like if you get a heavy melee and when someone's right next to a wall or like some buildings and they get staggered by it, they will fall into the buildings. They'll get immediately back up, whereas if you'd staggered them properly, they'd fall to the ground and be stuck there for a while, but it's alright. It depends like how much you like the film, I'd say.
Alright, well, I've yet to see Pacific Rim yet, so it does look pretty good though.
It is, it's very good.
Plus I think they announced that there's going to be a Pacific Rim 2 as well.
They probably could do that.
Yeah.
Like, spoiler alert, they left enough characters alive to do that.
Okay. Well, that's not much of a spoiler, but alright, fair enough.
Could have also easily said they left it open.
Well, I wouldn't say they left it open. They left it pretty damn closed, if you ask me. But if they said that there's going to be a Pacific Rim game, then sure, if they believe that they can do it.
Yeah, the question would be, would they actually be able to do it, or would it be a piss-poor sequel, basically?
I don't think it'd be a piss-poor sequel. That film was awesome.
But that's the problem. If that's awesome.
No. I don't think they could do a bad job of a sequel. Because, like, to be honest, I know, like, my friend's dad went into that, like, with really low expectations of the film, like, thinking it was just going to be, it's not going to be engaging as shit.
I know how to make a very bad sequel to Pacific Rim. what you do is you get this robotic meerkat who meets this robotic warthog, and they completely go through the first film, and then it turns out they did everything in it.
And then there's the Lion King.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of getting at.
I recognize that plotline from my childhood.
Yeah. Well, what about it?
No, nothing. I just no. If you say if you've just made this up, then cool. That's a good idea. You should do that.
Yeah. So that's a thought. What if a robotic meerkat and a robotic warthog did everything in Pacific Rim?
I think it'd work pretty damn well, considering it's kind of a two-person, like the entire thing's based around two people working together, and as long as that warthog and that meerkat work together, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, no worries, they could do it.
Well, it's kind of, you've got to look at it from maybe a more philosophical standpoint, but it could work. It could work.
It could work.
At the end, do they get a rim job?
Hardy ha. No, it ends really well actually, because it's not one of those things where they end up like the two the male and female characters who you kind of think, oh, they're going to end up kissing. They don't kiss, and it's great because they don't kiss. It's like, yes, it's not another bullshit romance element to it. It just ends with them being
You
friends.
mean like Transformers, pretty much?
Don't even compare Transformers to it.
Because in the end they kiss.
The Michael Bay Transformers movies are the worst Transformers movies ever. Like, the worst rendition of any Transformers story ever.
It's CGI, but the story is shit.
No, it's not.
Well, the
horrible.
CGI in the first movie was alright, but then the second movie, I couldn't tell who half the characters were when they were fighting.
Was it just the same? I'm pretty sure it was just the same.
It's pretty much the same characters.
No,
CGI,
the movie, I mean, wasn't the movie was just more explosions and stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm not saying the story was good, but the CGI, as in like the effects, were good. Just the movie itself was shit.
I know how to summarize the first Transformers movie.
Pew pew, you're dead.
No, it's more like this. Sam, whatever you do, don't give the Allspark to Megatron. Whatever you do, Sam, do not give the Allspark to Megatron. I'm going to give it to Megatron. He's dead now.
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole movie, they were trying to make it so Sam would not give the Allspark to Megatron. When he does, it kills him.
What else was that?
Maybe Optimus didn't want to lose his brother from another mother.
But Do you
want to know what I've been playing this week?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
You want to know what I've been playing this week, don't you, Marlin?
I do.
I've been playing Animal Crossing.
Fuck off.
Yeah. I actually haven't been playing much of it.
I'm disappointed. You need to keep on top of that shit, man. Weeds will be in us. You'll have weeds and shit.
I'll have weeds and all. I've got. You've gotten to the point where you're just. You're literally going on to grind stuff now. The curiosity of all the new features have just gone for me. This always happens when it comes to a new Animal Crossing game, especially City Folk, which was just terrible in my opinion.
I liked City Folk.
I don't know. It just felt far too similar to Wild World. Just far too similar.
To be fair, Wild World was only like. I wouldn't say Wild World was a massive improvement over the first Animal Crossing.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that at all. I still think the GameCube version is still the best version.
I am tempted to agree with you actually.
I know there's just the I guess it was because it was new, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's we've never seen something like Animal Crossing before. And then once it came along, we were all so enthralled by it, and by the time we got a sequel, it just kind of slowly dies a little every now and then,
Yeah.
And it's done that with this game as well. Like, I'm going to be writing a review of it soon, probably.
Yeah.
But from the looks of things, it's going to get about a 7 out of 10. It's not a bad game at all, and I do recommend it if you ever get a 3DS, but at the same time, veteran Animal Crossing fans will, they'll see the similarities and just see, one thing that does kind of annoy me a bit is, you've got the whole mayor stuff now, and, now, initially I thought this was a pretty good idea. You can like donate money to build to make public fundings to build like projects and stuff. So you can build extra bridges or build a bench to sit on and stuff like that. That was pretty cool. But after a while, you just noticed the people just suggesting cosmetic stuff. Like someone suggested a hot spring. I was like, yeah, that sounds cool. Let's put a hot spring in our town. I put it in. It does nothing. It just sits there. And
you're going to say a hot tub.
I wanted that would have been good, but we have a hot springs in our towns which nobody can use, and it just sits there, and I don't want it in my town anymore.
What do you mean nobody can use it? Is it just
like it's a featureless thing?
So it's just purely there for aesthetics then?
Yeah.
It's not cool.
It's really not cool, and after a while, people will start suggesting things which have been in previous Animal Crossings where you don't need to pay for them at all. Like, you can get it's the return to put the GameCube version's police station in there, but you have to buy it. You have to grind up so much money to buy.
I suppose that's more of a throwback for the fan service for fans.
Yeah, but even at that, like, why bother paying for the features that you've already had in previous games?
Because it's really easy to make the money in Animal Crossing.
It is, but it's so bloody boring to make money in Animal Crossing.
Yeah, to be honest, I lost interest after I'd paid off my loan and completed the museums. That was me. That is me completed. I would say then I've completed Animal Crossing. If I've got all golden tools, I've got everything. Caught every fish. Caught every single. Yeah. If I've if I've caught every fish, caught every butterfly, got every painting, got every fossil, I'm getting the highest HRA score of the town.
You're the best of the best.
Or every week. I'm essentially the best of the best. I will say that I've completed the game, and I will not probably play it for much more.
And New Leaf doesn't really do that as well. Like, I haven't, caught every fish, fossil, bug, or painting yet. But at the same time, it's getting to a point where I'm grinding so much and just waiting for another day to come to reload the fossils and waiting for a season to change so I can get a different bug now. And it's kind of pace is really slow, which is a good thing and a bad thing though. Like, you can, like with the mayor stuff, you can definitely sense a different change of pace. Like, it's a lot slower. Like, you could pay your debts now, or you could put your money into, I don't know, making a
the town nicer for people and stuff.
Yeah, the town nicer. Like, you could make, I don't know, what's those boards with like paintings on it which you can stick your face in and stuff like that?
Oh, billboards.
Yeah, kind of like, well, not really a billboard, but those kind of things.
And like, vote for me. Yeah.
And after a while, like I said, it's either for mere cosmetic stuff on your town, or it's a feature that's been in Animal Crossing before, but now you have to pay for it and stuff like that. And it kind of loses its appeal once you think about it that way.
Yeah. No, I completely understand what you're saying. And that's quite sad, but I think my plan is actually to get a 3DS at some point.
Yeah, please do, because I can safely say now there's enough games on the 3DS to actually buy it, because I wouldn't have said this about 2 months ago, I'd say. Actually, no, a bit more than that. I wouldn't say that from January this year. I wouldn't say that from the beginning of this year. But now, with the likes of Luigi's Mansion 2 in here, Animal Crossing, New Leaf,
Fire Emblem, Monster Hunter Ultimate.
Yeah, there's plenty of games on there now, which I can definitely say is adjustable purchase. Not like
X and Y coming out soon.
I can say that now, but not the Wii U. The Wii U's still pretty lackluster.
It's because it's too new. It's purely because it's too new.
I've been thinking about why the Wii U hasn't been selling, and I've been thinking about it a lot recently. And well, I can't say I can't say they haven't brought them on themselves. Like, they had one advantage over the Xbox One and the PS4, and that was because it was released so early. They had so much time to get all their exclusives out. They could have brought out
that's the big problem with Nintendo. While they are generally a better kind of company, and I honestly believe they've probably got the best systems.
They got the best IPs, although they're not using half of them.
That's it's like they've got all the best, like, well, not all the best, but most of nearly all of their games that they've got are fantastic, and everybody loves them. But they just, every time a new console comes out, they just don't monopolize.
They promise so much, and it takes them forever to get everything out, and that's what they should have planned ahead with the Wii U. Like, they should have, yes, we'll get Pikmin 3 out on the day. We will get Smash Bros. Out straight after 2013. We'll get it in 2013 for definite. We'll do all this and this and this. And what big IPs have they got out right now? Pikmin 3, I think, came out sometime around now, but...
Yeah, I think
Adam's
playing that, isn't he?
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
There's maybe Zombie U, if you want to consider that a big title. And Mario. That's the biggest titles they've got by this stage.
And weren't we talking about last time how Nintendo said they don't believe they can do anything with F-Zero?
Oh, yeah, that was complete bullshit. Yeah, I remember that.
Let's just think about what they could do with F-Zero and the Wii U. Let's just think about it. Let's not say anything. Let's just think.
Plenty of things. And considering how big F-Zero GX was in comparison, like, you could just use everything from there, because you could customize your own cars in that game. There was a fully fledged story mode in there, which was bloody difficult. There was so much stuff in F-Zero GX, and there's only more you can put into a new F-Zero, and they're not utilizing it at all. Like, you could put in, I don't know, a track creator. We haven't had one of those in years, but even a simple online mode would do the fans justice at this stage. Like, maybe completely remake F-Zero GX and just put an online mode, and the fans will be happy. And if that's I was going to say the fans will be happy, and if that sells really well, then make a new game. But then again, they tried to do this with Star Fox 64, and the game sold well, but they didn't do anything with it.
Yeah. Let's just leave this point at Nintendo are, like, just terrible when it comes to how they make any of their games.
They're terrible when it comes to reasoning with the
business
fans
side
of
of it.
dead
Business side, they're
franchises.
terrible. Ideas, games, just generally nearly everything is great. They're just crap at it.
Yeah. Like, I was having this discussion with my friend the other day, and I was thinking, why doesn't Nintendo just give some of their IPs to developers who want to use them? Like, I once told my friend, what if Nintendo let, I don't know, Platinum Games have their chance with Star Fox or something, or F-Zero given to the guys who make Wipeout.
Oh, don't even! I would love a new Wipeout game.
And Wipeout on the PlayStation 3 is the closest thing we're going to have to a HD F-Zero at this stage, because Nintendo's not going to do anything with that franchise unless it sells millions. Yeah. Well, that's what it feels like nowadays. And the thing is, like, Nintendo, it's not like Nintendo don't have the money to take risks as well. It's not like they're not saving up for anything. They're just they've got the money to do a risky game every now and then. That's what it was like in the GameCube when they were a lot poorer than they are now. Like, the GameCube was considered a failure for them, and they still released like a new Star Fox, a new F-Zero. They released almost a trilogy on Metroid on there. And these franchises are now dead in Nintendo's eyes because they don't sell at all on the Wii.
Yeah. Well, it's just a shame that Nintendo think that way. Really,
And it's not like Nintendo hadn't given their IPs to
anywhere before.
to anywhere before. Like they gave Square Enix the opportunity to make a couple of sports games for Mario, which the basketball game was pretty good. The sports mix was so shit, but at least they gave it to them and
Yeah.
had a little go. Retro Studios made a couple of Metroid titles, and they made the new Donkey Kong Country Returns, which was pretty good. And they gave Team Ninja Metroid, which was a terrible idea.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
what Team Ninja...
I don't understand the marketing schemes or like generally how they want to work the company.
Mm.
It just doesn't make much sense to me.
Mm.
Like a company with so much potential in almost all of its games, and it just doesn't like take note of that.
This is the thing, like, you know, they said they couldn't make anything innovative for F-Zero a couple of weeks ago, and so we've just made a whole Mario game dedicated to a cat suit. That's apparently innovative enough.
Well, there's not much that you can, do really, is there?
Yeah, there isn't really much anymore, but I know I want a Wii U for the likes of Smash Brothers, but yeah, that's all. That's it, really.
Yeah.
I'd get Smash Brothers. I probably would get Pikmin 3, but again, that's it. Like, there's really nothing. Like, if they announced, brand new F-Zero, brand new Star Fox, then I'd definitely be on that train again, but obviously they don't want to.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's what I've been playing this week. I have been playing other things, but I think I've taken up too much time just ranting on Nintendo again. What have you been playing, Deus? If you're still here?
Yeah, I'm still there. I've been playing, mainly Far Cry 3.
How's that going?
I completed it. It was amazing.
It is a very good game.
I know Vice didn't quite like it, which made me a bit weary when
I'm confused as to why he didn't like it, because I thought it was a fan. Well, I'm a big fan of Far Cry 3, and if you're up for it, I will play the multiplayer with you.
I don't have it on Xbox, unfortunately.
Oh, fair play.
But I started it, I got this probably going back 2 months now, and I played, the first 4 chapters, and then I stopped for about 2 months, a month or something, because I just generally didn't play the PS3, and I came back to it about a week and a half ago, and I didn't stop playing it, and it just got better and better and better, and I could play through it again without getting bored, which is very rare, rare for me when it comes to games like that are open world. Usually I play it once and I can't be bothered to go through it. I know if I go through it, it won't have the same effect, and bits will bore me, but I could generally play the game over again, and I probably will at one point.
In fact, I don't think I could play the game again, all the way, the story mode, because
some bits were boring.
No, wouldn't be any of the it wouldn't have the same wow factor. That's my problem with a lot of single player games. They lose the wow factor the second time I try and play them.
Which is probably why I'd get bored in bits playing through it again. Not in all of it, but in bits of it. I looked up the different ending. Obviously, I'm not going to say what ending. But I picked the good ending pretty much, as in the safe ending, the nice ending pretty much. And then I googled the...
Define nice, because I could describe both endings as quite nice.
The one that lasted longer and
the one that in the long run lasted longer. Okay, yeah, that's the one I picked first.
The nice one, because that's what the whole game was about, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then I googled the other one, and I was pretty glad I didn't go with that, because I didn't realize that would happen anyway. But the one thing I had, I suppose. I can't exactly say it because it's a spoiler, but a certain death I would have rathered it have happened later, but at the same time it happened in the perfect area. Vaas is my favourite villain now. I loved him in a
Oh, no.
non-homosexual way. He was just
He is
brilliant.
a fantastic villain.
And then
And
I
I've
watched
been
the
a
Far
crush
Cry
on the character.
experience after. I watched the Far Cry experience after, like, literally a couple of days ago, because Hannah was like, oh, you should watch it. And oh my god, Vast was brilliant in that as well.
Yeah, no,
It's
it's a great little
Yeah, Handsome Jack, like I said earlier, was my favourite villain until Vast. As soon as Vast annoyed me at first, but then as soon as he starts, like, you start seeing him more and he does his old insanity speech, it was just, I fell in love with him. It was love at second sight, pretty much. But, do you know the main photo of him on the Far Cry 3 box?
the what?
The main cover, the Far Cry 3 box, like
Yeah.
the actual game cover.
Oh yeah, the main.
He look. If you were to say how he looks like fed up and tired of everything that's going around, as in how things are. Because if you look at his face,
pretty tired of it.
yeah, because he's just facial expressions, tired, worn out, fed up.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Which is brilliant. He's just, I can't. 10 out of 10. I wouldn't give the game 10 out of 10, but I'd give him a 10 out of 10 for a character.
I'd give the game a solid 8.
Yeah, I was going to say I'd give the game
Solid
an 8.
I'd
Maybe-
give it a
maybe-
not played out of 10.
I mean, no, I didn't upgrade any of my ammo and my stuff, like how you can like kill animals and all that to upgrade it. I didn't upgrade it till later on, until
I
like
did that
chapter
so
8.
early.
I
right on top of
only
that.
done it. I only done it when like I was starting thinking like, oh, I could really do with more ammo, and then spent like an hour and a half literally just killing loads, going around the maps, killing loads of animals just to make sure I had enough. But at the same time, I didn't use the fast travel until like must have been near the end. I was like, all right, I'll start using the fast travel now, because I totally forgot about it, which I was glad I did, because I actually pretty enjoyed exploring it. Though casually swimming in a river and a crocodile just comes out of nowhere, and this was the first time I played it, so I didn't know there was actually crocodiles in the river, and I was meant to be sneaking up on the base, and then before I know it, I'm getting bloody death rolled by a crocodile, and I nearly crapped myself when it happened.
Oh,
because I just wasn't expecting it. It wasn't that it was scary, it's just, it was not, I didn't expect it, basically. So as soon as I see something just literally swim straight up to me, and before I know I'm death roll, it did actually make me jump a bit. But the underwater world, like Hannah also said, was amazing. I mean, I love doing like the deep dive potions, syringes, and literally just spending ages going deep under.
Yeah. No, it's a fantastic game.
I haven't played any of the others, but this one, either way, was just... yeah, I can't say enough about it. But yeah, that's basically what I've been playing. I've been playing Payday the Heist as well today, because it was free to download for PSN users, which is pretty fun. I mean, you haven't got many maps on it to keep robbing people, so it does seem like a game that will get pretty repetitive. But for what it's worth, considering I'm getting it for free, it's all right.
Mm-hmm. What other things are free this month? Because I haven't been on PlayStation.
Uncharted free is
I already got
free. Battlefield free. Catherine's still up. What's the other one? XCOM is free. What else? Can't remember what else is free. That next month is Devil May Cry.
What, the new one?
Yeah, the new one.
Ooh.
And Spec Ops: The Line, which I cannot like keep saying how good Spec Ops: The Line is. I mean, it's your usual shooter in a sense, third-person shooter, where the campaign isn't particularly long, but the story is amazing because it gives you choices basically throughout the game, and then you've got like 3 different endings, and it's and basically it's got a twist at the end which is pretty good, and it's a story that actually, it's not like Call of Duty in a sense where, okay, mind Black Ops 1 Call of Duty did get you thinking, the story mode, because it was a bit confusing at first, and it made you think, but the other Call of Duty is basically just progression shooting type thing. But this one was pretty, made you
Give me a
think.
minute. I just need to laugh at you saying Black Ops got you thinking. Just give me a minute.
Hey, no, it's because...
I'm sorry. It was a good game, and the story
I
was
don't
pretty
mean...
decent.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The story actually got me thinking. Not thinking as in, oh wait, what's
Numbers and shit. Like, yeah.
No. I'd already figured out how it was, whatever the word is. But I'd actually already figured it out, and it was after that I was just thinking about it, going, that's actually how they done that story was pretty good for a Call of Duty.
Well, to be honest, I think most Call of Duties have a decent storyline because
they have a decent one, but it's nothing special at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, it's more because it's the same mechanics of you get nothing new.
I was just gonna say, yeah, because at this point, Infinity War or Treyarch, whoever's doing it now, they know that the majority of Call of Duty fans don't play the story mode. They don't play the campaign. They don't care about it, so they just don't really bother with it.
Which is a shame, but at the same time, it's like in the Call of Duty Ghost thread, like Willow said today, why fix something that isn't really broken?
Yeah,
because
that's
they're still getting, because even if they changed the story mode, it wouldn't really add more players to play the game, because like you said, most of them are for the online, and the online is paying.
Well, look at Halo. Halo has just as well. I know just as many people who play online only, and do enjoy the Halo campaign. Even though I do know some people who only ever play the Halo online, and I'm like, seriously, you're missing out on a fantastic campaign.
I know quite a few people that just play the Call of Duty online and don't bother with the story. But I mean, what it's worth, it's good, but Call of Duty is like the cheapest game to make in a sense, because like they say, it's basically using the same things, just changing bits here and there, and they make something like $1 billion off it each year now. And,
I don't know if they're making that much, but I know they they've broke the record, because it was like on the thing, if I remember rightly, Black Ops 1 and since Black Ops 1, I think they've been making basically $1 billion each game, because I think they've sold something like nigh on 20 to 30 million copies of it, which when you think of the actual price of the game, it adds up to about roughly that. Which, because at first I thought it was 1 billion copies, and then I'm just like, wait, I'm stupid. But still, yeah, basically they just copy and paste it, and they still make a hell of a lot of money out of it. But it's basically one of them games where you do get the people that love to just play it online, even though it's the same. They still just love repeatedly playing it. Yeah.
But, well, that used to be me, because when I started gaming for like the first 3 years, from like 2007 to 2010, I was really only playing Call of Duty with the odd single player random game, basically.
Yeah, well, I think I've mentioned it before, but I've mentioned it a lot, and I will always mention it. But like, having competed in Call of Duty and Black Ops, yeah, I wouldn't say it's a fantastic game. Like, I wish I'd had the chance to compete during Modern Warfare, because I really enjoyed Modern Warfare 2. But like,
Modern Warfare 2 was good, but after that it felt more of a copy and paste.
Yeah, that's because it is.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Like, there was like the big difference between Call of Duty 3 and 4, and then there was a big other difference between Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2. But then after Modern Warfare 2, it was basically just different maps, different perks, different kill streaks.
Yeah.
Alright, so shall we get on with news?
Some news, yeah?
Yep.
Alright, I got news. I got 2 bits of news.
Tell us the news that needs to that's meant to shock us.
I'm gonna save that for last, but
keeping the suspension.
First bit of news. The Smash Brothers for Wii U and 3DS will lack cutscenes because, quote unquote, they will end up online. Basically, um, Sakurai, who makes Smash Brothers, basically said you can only truly wow a player first time he sees a cutscene, and he feels like he feels like if the players saw the cutscene out of the game, they would no longer serve as a reward for playing the game. So I've decided against having them.
It's kind of the nuclear deterrent. What reason that is given there? It's like we could blow up a country with them if we wanted to, but we're not going
to. It's a really stupid bit of logic. Like cutscenes can only wow a player the first time they see them, so we've decided to not have them at all.
But that's like any game in theory,
like
because after you've seen a cutscene once, you know it's coming if you play the game again. So every game has that.
That is literally what I was just saying then about Far Cry 3.
And what dare I ask can be so can have such a wow factor on a Smash Brothers cartoon? What exactly?
Someone getting smashed in.
Like the I'm probably sure you all saw the Mega Man trailer, but that had CG cutscenes. Does that mean that's not a cutscene?
Is it? I haven't seen that trailer.
It was a reveal trailer, and obviously it revealed Mega Man, but there was this cutscene where he was it was all in full CGI of him attacking the other characters. So there was Mario, Link, Kirby, and Donkey Kong there. He was going all at them and stuff. But I guess that isn't a cutscene in there, and that's the closest thing to a cutscene we'll ever see, because now he's just gotten rid of them all. Which makes no sense. If you don't... Like, here's the thing, if you don't want your content displayed, then don't do the cutscenes. It's simple as that. Wait, no. Don't... make sure you don't get, the cutscenes cutscenes on the internet somehow. Like at the moment, the only thing that's revealing Smash Brothers news is their own fucking website. So don't show the cutscenes if you don't want them to be shown. That's it.
Pretty simple.
It's in the end.
You see where it's coming from, but it's stupid in a sense.
He has a point, but he has a point. Like, yeah, it does kind of ruin it if you know what's coming for a cutscene, but at the same time, it's a stupid reason.
Yeah, because the majority of the time as well, people will purposely go out and look for them.
Yeah.
Like I know, if I see a new game or something, I might want to watch the cutscenes before. I might want to know what's happening before I actually get there, because I might be taking it slow.
But I take it you're going to be viewing this after the game is out.
Or beforehand, if I want to get a glimpse of the story, with Far Cry 3, after I watched what was it, the Far Cry 3 experience, or the Far Cry experience with Christopher Mintz-Plasse when it came out, and I was like, I'd kind of like to see some cutscenes from the game before I own the game, and it was like, I stand by that. It didn't ruin the game for me. I mean, I didn't look at the ending or anything. I didn't find out anything.
And that was your choice. So if people, that's the thing. Like, if people want their experiences ruined, they'll do it themselves.
Yeah.
Your Far Cry experience was just basically a prequel, because at the end of that, it's like, oh, there's 6 skydivers have landed on the island.
Yeah, but I mean, after that, I wanted to have a look for myself.
Oh, at the cutscenes and all that.
Yeah, I wanted to. That's what I was saying. I was looking.
That was hilarious, though. The Far Cry experience. Bambi.
But this is the thing. Like, if a person wants to spoil themselves, that's up to them. Like, if they want to know what the ending of Smash Brothers single player content is.
It's not going to stop them from buying it, especially a game like that.
Yeah. Yeah. There's absolutely no point for Smash Bros. To get rid of all their cutscenes because they're afraid someone might see it beforehand.
I mean, there are a few types of games where if you see in all the cutscenes, you might not exactly want to buy it, but not Smash Bros.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's a fighting game. Why would you be so wound up or being spoiled on a fighting game cutscene?
And then watch them all
Yeah.
and be like, oh, I know it now, I'm not going to buy it because I know it.
Well,
Like,
the thing is, with Super Smash Bros. Brawl, that had
Yeah.
some great cutscenes. It wasn't a big deal if I'd seen them
Yeah.
beforehand, but
Yeah. There's also some bullshit cutscenes in there, like
yeah,
how Sonic approaches into the story mode.
yeah,
Right at the very end, you've collected all your teammates again after going through a really long maze that you have to go through. Pick everyone back up, and then Sonic just comes in and saves the day.
pretty much. Like I'll be honest, I only actually beat the ending with the help of Sonic.
I think
Like
everyone did.
genuinely, it's his speed won the game for me.
I think everyone at least chose Sonic for the final fight in Smash Bros. Brawl, because obviously he was revealed right at the end. Like everyone was there, and then Sonic showed up, and then it was like, oh, let's play as Sonic now.
I'll be honest, it wasn't for me. It was genuinely I couldn't beat the bad guy any other way by just being really fast and cheap with Sonic.
you bastard. You cheap bastard.
I don't care. I'm a cheap. I'm quite a
I
dirty
can't
player when it
speak.
comes to
I can't speak. I'm the exact same. If I can't beat Sonic, I'll use cheap moves against it to beat it. Like on One Piece, I'll spam the same move against the boss.
Oh no, I don't. It's when cheap moves are used against people that really annoys me. But at the same time, it's like
Pretty much like most online fighting games, you come against the idiots that just use the cheap moves to make sure they win because they hate having a loss on their record.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then again, this is Smash Brothers we're talking about. It won't have a win-loss record. You know what? I bet Smash Brothers will then later announce this game's not going to have online because someone might see it online.
I mean, you know
someone
what
might
would be
spoil
good?
the cutscene and say somebody's revealed. Oh.
If games didn't have win and loss records, I reckon the online like fighting games would actually be more fun, and you come across less people that like
It's
just use cheat moves to win.
No, you still get people on Smash Brothers who are using chain moves because
Oh yeah, no doubt you'll still come across
Yeah.
them, but I still reckon it'd be a lower percentage if you get what I mean, because you'd get the people that are worried about having a crap loss going, oh yeah, there's no loss
This
record.
is the thing when it comes to fighting games in general. If someone is spamming a move, you've really just got to find a way to get around it and just go against their predictableness. It's not that hard, and especially in a game with like Smash Brothers, obviously there's going to be Pikachu spammers just down B, and then they'll try and win the game through that. But
Good example of not being able to counter one is in Naruto Generations, not the latest one, but the one before. There was a character. Okay, granted he was a bit broken, but he could if he performed his major attack on you, it would take half your health off in one go, which is natural for any ultimate attack. But then by the time you've got back up, he can combo you and ultimate again without you being able to block. So basically the match is over in 20 seconds. Because while you're down, he just recharges his ultimate bar and then just ultimates again. And because you're in the middle of getting up, he times it so you can't block it because your character's in the middle of getting up, but it's still able to get hit by it. So, and it's the same as like most Naruto games, which is pretty broken. There's always that one character that can spam and you can't block or dodge.
Right, so that was that. What other bits of news have we got?
That one that's been keeping us suspense the whole time.
Yep. Yours first. Come on.
No.
Oh.
Well, mine's pretty fast, so if you want.
Yeah, just do this one.
It's basically just EA and the bigger game companies saying their like next gen console games will be like £55, like Battlefield 4, any games from EA really. I don't know whether Activision ever said the same, but I know EA have said basically they plan on selling games for £55.
Well,
Well, game prices have gone up over the years. If you've not noticed.
But it's like people have said, like the last time they went up from the last gen to this gen,
It was £10.
Yeah, but they actually, when they started producing the games, the actual developers, developing team actually had to have loads more. So why the prices went up? Sure, that because more developers are had to join to actually code the game. But from this gen to next gen, they've already said they can basically use the same code, and it's made so it can be coded easier, meaning they need less people. But the prices are still jumping up £10 to £15 for the bigger game companies like EA rather, and possibly Activision, Capcom, and all that. So this time it isn't really a warranted price upgrade. I mean, okay, if we went up a fiver, sure, but
no, I'd say with the increased processing power that I assume that the consoles are going to have, there will be more that developers can put onto discs. For example, with the Xbox.
Well, the Xbox is having Blu-ray discs, meaning they can have like 40 more gigs onto the disc. So I think it's Battlefield 3. Is that 2-disc on the Xbox?
Yeah, but no.
Yeah,
but
you'd never need a 2-disc game on the Xbox One anymore because
the thing is
of
as well
the
with it.
Blu-ray.
Well, I'm not sure if they've still got it because of what happened with all the things that they pulled out. But they were going to use cloud technology essentially for most of the games.
Apparently they still are. They still are.
Well, then that just means there's going to be more game for us. So it being £50 a game, I've got no problem with that.
Another way.
You have a problem going out and buying a new game for £40.
Not really for £40, but I mean, put it this way: over here games cost 15 more pounds. I mean, think of it this way: over here I pay €70. Here I pay €70. When next gen prices come in, I'll be paying 30 more euros. I'll be paying €100 per game.
When I was buying PlayStation 2 games, when I was buying Xbox games, I was spending £30 most of the time. There's an increase of £10 there. It's not the way people are going about it. Yeah, but you're either willing to fund the gaming, the gaming franchise, or you're willing to just let it die. And personally, I reckon there are enough people who will happily fund it because an extra £10 was for me was another 2 weeks saving up. That was another 2 weeks of me doing my paper round.
€30 for me. I basically right now, with what I do, I get paid pretty shitty, €5 an hour, pretty much. So when you think about it, to get that 30 more euros for me, it'd mean 6 more hours. Which that's basically just a whole day, pretty much, an extra day, which doesn't seem that bad in all honesty. But I just I don't see why it's going up when they're not needing the more money to produce the games, because they're actually going to be spending less on the games because it's easier to port.
It's not that. Well,
easier to
build. It was always going to go up.
Well, yeah, no doubt, but I mean £15. I mean
£50.
Okay.
I'm paying. I could pay 40. I'm willing to pay £120 for a game.
Think of it this way for me though. With the price I'm going to be paying for a new console, within buying 3 games.
I understand you're paying the same price, the same amount as me, but in euros.
Yeah, no, but I mean in the sense that once I've bought 3 games for the console, I've basically bought the console twice.
Really? You're buying a console for 100.
4 games basically.
You're buying your console for €300.
400 and something. Yeah, when I went down to the shop.
That's not 3 games from what you've said to me.
That's 4 games, pretty much.
It's 400 and a bit games. And if you're paying that much, you're getting the console cheaper than me anyway. Because I'm going to be paying £100.
I think I'm paying like €450. Can't remember. It might actually be $499. I think it's either $499 or $450, one or the other. Actually, how much is it in America? Because I know it's the same price, but in euros.
Is the euro 140 to the pound?
Pretty much, yeah. The euro is pretty much smack bang same as the dollar.
Okay, it's £429 for me to get an Xbox One on day one.
Yeah.
Pounds to dollars. Pounds to euros. We'll do that. We'll cut out the middleman of dollars.
Yeah. But don't forget, they're not actually.
You're wrong about it being equal to dollars. 429. You're going to be paying 497 euros.
Yeah. If I actually look, give me a sec. I'm just
check what the price is in euros on Amazon or where.
Xbox One cost in euros. Let's have a look. $499, 500 euros. It's going to cost me.
Okay, so maybe I'm getting it a bit cheaper.
Yeah, 500 euros and $500 is what it's going to cost.
I'm getting it maybe. It was $429.99 for me. I'm getting it.
Yeah, that's basically It's $500, £430, and 500 euros.
Well, it's 400 and the exact conversion.
Yeah, to buy 1p.
But yeah, it's essentially So you're paying for 5 games there.
Yeah, which when you think about it, I paid $350 for my Xbox 360, and with the amount I usually paid for the game, I got actually no. Okay, that's a reasonable price in a sense, because 70 euros into 350, that's 5 times as well. So exactly. It's roughly the same when I think about it. But still, just 100. It just seems overpriced. 100 euros for a game.
But that's because it's new, and people. It doesn't matter if it seems overpriced. People are still going to be buying it.
Oh yeah, no doubt. You'll still get people buying it. That's for certain. I mean, that's like Call of Duty. No matter what the price of that game is, unless it's extra high, basically. No matter what, they're always going to break the record every time each year. More and more people will buy it no matter what the price is. I mean, people were shocked when Black Ops 2 was £45. Yeah, that still broke the record.
Yeah.
Alright, do you want to hear what news I've got now?
Yes, please.
Okay. Have you heard about a game called Custom Made 3D?
Nope.
Basically, it's a PlayStation Move game, and it's a game where you create your own anime maids and you do things to them.
Sounds like a game I'd enjoy.
I think this is a game for Arik. This is definitely a game for Arik.
Yep. And it even comes with its own certain controller. I think you know what controller I'm talking about.
Talking about dildo here?
It's a controller you stick on your dick.
Really?
I know. Oh,
really?
I saw that article on Kotaku. Oh my god.
Once you've strapped yourself in, you can, masturbate with it. The peripheral will respond to your stroking, speed, and even depth. It also features an analog stick and button, so you don't have to take your hands off the thing.
That is just so Japanese, though. I'm actually not surprised by that because it's Japanese.
But admittedly, I've only read this article on Destructoid, but the reason why apparently this game is actually quite old now, and the device came out in February in Japan. So why they bring up it today? It's because it's got Oculus Rift support on it now.
Which
developers have reached a beta patch to enable the harmonious union of virtual reality with virtual masturbation. This also makes it the first sex game with Rift support. Congratulations.
Okay, so when I first thought it'd be a game for me, it isn't anymore. I mean, having a game with maids in, sure. Having a game with maids in with a controller that is meant to make you masturbate is a different question.
That's a game for me.
No, you fuck the controller. That's the thing.
Exactly.
That's the game for me. But then again, I've got a girlfriend now, so you know.
Just imagine playing the console and your parents coming in.
No, I can't.
It'd be a bit awkward.
I wouldn't. There's a reason my door has a lock. Let's just put it that way.
Mine doesn't, unfortunately.
Barricade your door then.
Yeah, I do that
The
sometimes.
first thing is though, you've got to explain to your parents why you've got that console, why you've got the
Exactly. It's like, hey mum, can I have that controller? What is it? It looks very weird.
It's an awesome. Just say it's an awesome game, and leave it at that. Your dad might enjoy it.
It's a finger massager.
for one big finger.
Or very small
Wait.
fingers.
Is it adjustable?
I don't think it is, so I'm thinking that, some of these anime mates might actually come off a little bit disappointed.
I was gonna say.
I'm sorry, Eric. They might have sad faces all the time.
I know. I'm like.
They'll just get up and just shrug it off. Like, oh.
I already have a low self-esteem. That controller's not gonna help me when I try it on. Oh god, but I'm seriously not surprised. Simply because it's Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a country that allows you to buy panties, like
used
panties, like you could buy a can of Coke.
Yeah. They also have. Have you seen the actual marriage age and
I'll tell you what.
sex age in Japan? It's like 13 years old.
Well, to be fair,
I'm reading. Sorry, I'm just reading the Destructoid comments on this thread for the custom-made game. Colty Slitoris says this game is a stroke of genius.
Colty
Colty Slitoris. Do you get it?
I get it.
Get it?
All right.
I get what you did there.
I had my mic on mute because my dog was barking.
Your dog is ruining the podcast.
My dog can be
Almost
quiet.
as bad as when my granddad just appears. It's like, hey, I'm going to talk to you and interrupt stuff.
Can I be part of your podcast, Marlin? I'm assuming your granddad does call you Marlin.
No.
Oh.
No, he calls him Marlin.
Correct.
No.
Actually, he just calls me
Really
fish
does he?
normally, but
Fish.
fish.
Why?
Right.
Because Marlin's a fish. Why do you think? Because
Anyway.
Marlin is. That wasn't me being sarcastic. It's yeah.
So no, that's gaming news this week.
Oh wait, no. You didn't let me do my Halo news.
Oh, yeah, all right. Sorry. What's going on with Halo?
Champions Bundle. New DLC basically. They've released. It's basically 3 DLC in one if you buy in August for 800 Microsoft points, or you can buy them all like for a bit more if you don't buy it in August, like a bit later.
Okay, right. So what does this do? What is this DLC?
You get basically some cool things,
Mm-hmm.
and those cool things are new armor, new maps, and some new weapons, new weapon camos. Sorry. So it's not really that big of a deal, but because it's Halo news, I'm all about it, and I'm going to be getting it when it comes out in August.
That's pretty good.
So that's it.
I've been on Halo 4 in ages.
Yeah, they've also got the achievements out for it. So
Oh, right.
to be honest, they look like the same. They look about the same difficulty as the other ones.
Alright, well, like I said, I haven't been on Halo 4 in ages. There's something about that game. Something about it. I mean, I played 3 and Reach a hell load before I started getting a bit bored of it. With Halo 4, I just never really had the time to play it, and more slowly just kind of got bored. I mean, like, I think what was the best thing about Reach for me, well, one of the best things anyway, was the Forge world, and you can make so much in there. And
Yeah.
and then the Halo 4 Forge worlds just weren't up to scratch for me.
They have got them some new maps which are decent. Like there is.
Well, I know there's Forge Island, which I gave that a try, and
it's actually more based around. Well, they kind of more want you to build everything rather than let you kind of what is it? Use all their kind of pre-built blocks.
Yeah.
Or that is, to my knowledge, what they're trying to do.
Alright, well, I might pick it up again. Because I got ideas for stuff, and I could probably put it on a Halo map. So I remember last time on Halo Reach, I recreated Bowser's Dark World from Super Mario 64.
Yeah.
That was good. I wanted to make a Duck Hunt variant of it. You remember the game Duck Hunt on Reach?
Yeah.
I wanted to make a Duck Hunt variant of that where the last man standing would be Bowser using a rocket launcher against like all these little Marios running about in the stage.
Yeah.
And then, the Marios they eventually get to the warp pipe, they go to Bowser, and then another battle begins because they've all got gravity hammers. The idea now is to try and hit Bowser into the kill balls. Cause,
Okay.
like in
Yeah, like in Classic 64, yeah.
yeah, like you had to throw Bowser into the bombs. In this one, if you miss the kill balls, Bowser will just come straight back up,
Yeah.
just like he does in R64.
Yeah, like with grav lifts, yeah.
Yeah, and I did that perfectly as well, but I never got it done. So,
Well, to be honest, I remember when you were building Princess Peach's castle, and in general, it was a very you built a pretty decent
wait, I built a Princess Peach's castle?
Sorry, yeah, you built in Mario 64 the castle.
Wait, when was this?
This was ages ago when you were on Reach.
I don't remember making Princess Peach's castle.
You did.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, wait, yeah, I did. I did, yeah. I remember that.
There you go.
It
Now you're remembering.
wasn't that good, though.
It was good enough.
I tried to make it so you every time you jump into one of the quote-unquote paintings, you'd warp out of another painting, and it didn't work half the time. I used to make lots of stuff on Reach, and I just, can't really have that same feel in 4 for some reason, because the maps are just so odd and obscure. I did make one pretty good race map in Halo 4, though. I used a space level, and you were like...
Yeah, I think I played that. I've played that, haven't I?
Yeah, I made you play that, and that was alright.
I don't think it'll ever be quite as good as when we made Beefy Basketball, though.
Oh, that was fun. Yeah, me and Marlin made the Beef Olympics, where we tried to make loads of like little mini games things. Like we made a dodgeball variant. We made a basketball game, which was kind of like Griffball, but you had to like slam the ball into a basketball hoop. That was fun. I think we tried to do something else. I think we tried to do jousting at one point.
Yeah, we tried that with the mongoose, didn't we?
Yeah. And we realised that would require 4 people to do that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think we ended up using guests, didn't we?
I think so, yeah.
Just to try and just as an attempt.
I think we should resurrect that.
I think we should maybe try and do it in Halo 4.
Yeah, that'd be a good reason to actually get back into it. I think we should resurrect the Beef Olympics.
Beef Olympics, definitely.
Alright, well, is that game news over then?
I think, yep, that's game news over.
Alright. Yep. So, Lutosh quote. Apparently you had one, Eric.
Yep, give me a second and I will go to it again. Just need to go on his profile again and actually look at recent posts. Find latest posts. Right. I've had to travel to London for a christening with the Irish and very Christian side of the family. Anyway, I didn't have to sit in the Satan corner, and exorcisms were kept to a minimum. Can't complain.
I do like some of Lutosh's little things.
The Satan corner.
Yep.
I don't even think there'd be that. I don't even think they'd have that in the church.
You'd
or
be
anything
surprised.
To do with...
Being from a Catholic, having a Catholic upbringing,
I
The
think
Satan's
the
death is
Satan
bad.
corner would be like it would be like for a very Christian version of Super Mum, I think it was called. Was it? No, Super Nanny. That was it.
Yeah, Super
Yeah,
Nanny.
I think the Satan corner's for very Christian families.
Yeah, but I wouldn't expect them to have it in a church because nothing satanic would be allowed in a church
Yeah.
unless it was a satanic church.
Well, a lot of things that are considered satanic or occult are actually not. For example, the upside down cross isn't actually satanic at all. It's just how
I think the satanic religion is just lazy.
It's just like
it was it was how one of the apostles asked to be crucified because he said he wasn't worthy of being crucified like Jesus. And it was like, it's like if you actually know your shit when it comes to religion, you can pick apart all these stupid things that people think about it.
It's just like saying, do you know the pentagram is like associated with the devil? Well, the pentagram is actually to keep the devil away.
Yeah.
That's why I think Satanist symbolism is just lazy. Like, oh look, it's an upside down cross, therefore it must be satanic. Oh, it's an upside down pentagram, therefore it must be satanic.
Isn't it? It's upside down. It's just the pentagram itself. People think it's wait, that's a pentagram, that's satanic.
I think the reason the pentagram is considered is because it's like, oh, you actually believe there's a Satan.
Well,
stop.
Yeah, but in a sense, doesn't Christianity like
believe
in Satan?
Satan the devil was made up by an archbishop, I think, or a bishop to get more people to go to church.
I thought it was basically that they believed in both, but were sided with God pretty much. That's what I thought Christianity was.
It actually mentions Satan, but I'm not sure. I know in the Old Testament it's got like.
I know it apparently was meant to be a snake.
It's got the best part. The Old Testament's the best part of the Bible because, like, all the people that Lucifer killed, like maybe 2, all the people God killed, a lot.
Yeah. I know it was like basically, what was it? The person in the Garden of Eve who stole the one of the apples or whatever.
You mean what's it called? Eve.
Yeah.
Eve,
or disguised himself.
Obviously the woman who was going to break the rules first.
Yeah. Or like it was like disguised himself as some kind of convinced her to steal the apple. I don't know. I haven't really read the Bible, but that's just what something in the back of my mind's saying. I fell asleep when a French teacher read the Bible. She wasn't too pleased. Pretty sure she was Catholic.
Religion is for squares, anyway. Shall we get on with questions, or the questions that he's got for us? Increased game prices, we've already said that. Worst place to go on holiday?
Egypt right now.
Yeah, that and Syria.
Yeah.
Iran.
GamesForum recommends you don't go to these countries.
Huh?
GamesForum recommends you don't go to these countries.
Yep.
Okay, next question. If you had to choose a 4 member to live as a flatmate, who would it be? I'd live with you, Marlin. You sound like a pretty swell guy.
I'd probably pick Adam. I'm looking like through the recent people that have been online to see whether I'd pick anyone more than him. Wouldn't we all have to be with Eggy?
No.
No. No.
I wouldn't mind being with DSCL.
Wait,
he seems fine.
Yeah, right.
Are we talking about marriage here?
No, just flatmates.
Flatmates, okay.
Samsung's alright as well.
There are some people who I think could be alright flatmates.
It'd be between
I get the feeling
Samsung.
Dan would be the guy who eats all the food.
Who?
Dan would be the guy who eats all the food.
Yeah, mine would be between Dan, DSCL, Sansom and Adam, and obviously you two.
Uh,
Yay.
I'd probably go with
I just want to
I'd
live with
probably,
all the GamesForum ladies.
I'd probably go with DSCL simply because of the games he buys. Seems like more of a person I'd have good conversations with.
Well, I think, to be honest, I think perfect flat for me, games-wise, probably depend. Well, the house I'm moving into is 5 bedrooms, so I'm going to say 4 people's names. If you want to move in with Raw, if you want to move in with Hannah, if you want to move in with Debbie, or you want to move in with Vice.
That'd be pretty good.
Because I reckon that'd be a decent house. There is decent games there.
Okay. Mine would be, if I was to pick 4 others, it'd be DSCL, Dan, Sai, because of I could nick all his manga and everything he buys.
Yeah.
And one more would probably be probably Adam.
Yeah, Adam. I know him in real life.
We need a drunk person.
No, you really don't.
If I were to
Live with people.
Yeah, live with people, I would have 0067KKKZ52, 0141 YIBP.
Wouldn't any of us have persistent Utosh?
0239 NISES52 and DJ Fusion. What are they all in
I'd
contact
probably
with,
have
man?
Lutosh as well.
Nah, alright. On a serious note, though, I'd have you two. I'd have Mr. Rogaki, because Josh is always a delight. He really will a delight. And I think I would have Brett as well. That'd be cool to have us 5 there. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The games would be good.
Mm.
The gaming would be good.
And the banter.
And the banter. Oh, the banter.
Banter.
Gotta have the banter. Gotta get absolutely lashed. Go to the lash machine and over withdraw ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
Banter.
Banter.
I love that. I absolutely love those videos with that guy. What's his name? I forgot what his name is.
Is that the guy who did the gap year?
Yeah, I'm a gap year.
Yeah, him. I
Yeah.
couldn't stand him at first. Like,
Some caviar.
yeah, that
No,
guy. Yeah,
it was. You know what? The video it's grown on me.
Like I remember back in back in my first sixth form year.
Yeah.
Yeah. They showed us that video. Everyone was cracking up. I thought this was shit. It just showed that this guy when it's just and then I chundered everywhere.
And it chundered everywhere.
And then I thought this is really shit. And everyone was just like laughing up at nearly everything he said. And I thought this is terrible.
It is.
And
it's pretty
after
bad.
a while, I guess that video kind of grew on me a bit, like you, but.
It grew on me because I don't know why it grew on me. It was just kind of chundered everywhere. Actually, having gone to uni and having met people kind of like that.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah.
Last question. I actually went away from the question spread. There we are. Which country would you like to blow up?
Which country would I like to blow up?
Luxembourg, because it would be it's the smallest country in the world, therefore
Monaco.
just blow it up with
No.
be very easy.
The Vatican is classed as a small. No, it isn't. It's actually something else that's smaller than even the Vatican. But also, Monaco's smaller than Luxembourg.
Yeah.
I wish I had my FHM 2004 Top 100 Ladies magazine with me right now, because in that they tell you if you had every single woman from that magazine, you could take over these countries. And it tells you countries that have got literally effectively no military force. And I was like, do you know what, that FHM, yeah, well played.
Or you could just do a Homer Simpson and declare your own land.
Oh, that's the thing. Like I want to blow up a country, which is going to be fairly easy to blow up. Like
Monaco,
I've got
please blow up
I've got a
Monaco.
foot pump, and I think I could make an inflatable Luxembourg.
Or you could just blow up Monaco.
Yeah, but is Monaco smaller than Luxembourg?
Yes.
I only have one foot pump.
Yes, it is like probably half the size,
Oh,
not
yeah,
even,
my God.
probably a quarter of the size. Monaco, the country, is literally just the size of a small city.
I don't think you get the joke, Eric.
Yeah, I think you missed it. There was a joke there.
I have a foot pump. I want to blow it up.
Oh dear.
No, that's oh dear on your part. You missed that so many times.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I think maybe.
I don't want to blow up a country, like actually blow something up, unless. No, I don't really want to blow up anything.
I'd like to blow up. I don't know. There are quite a few. I don't know.
I'd blow up North Korea.
I see. I like North Korea because I think all the news that you get from there and all the saber rattling they do and how they try to scare everybody is hilarious.
How they supposedly kidnapped Nicolas Cage and was going to
execute Nicolas Cage on live television.
No. What they were gonna do was they were gonna, on the Sunday, they were gonna play a marathon of Nicolas Cage movies, and when the marathon of Nicolas Cage movies finished, it signaled that he was dead.
You see, that is great banter. That is absolutely great banter.
They also used Modern Warfare 3 videos to show New York getting blown up, and used it in their own nuclear campaign video.
See, the banter's great. Why people don't like them, I don't know.
Alright.
When they've got such high quality banter like that, it's
priceless.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was the last question. I actually have a question for once. I'm pretty sure we might have actually answered this, but what game do you think deserves a sequel from story cliffhanger alone? Like a game that so blatantly left it off on a way that it could make a definite sequel, but then never got one.
Republic Commando.
How did that? Oh yeah, this is going to obviously spoil. But how did that end exactly?
Okay. Star Wars Republic Commando. It's the first person, awesome Star Wars game. Basically, it ends. You've just essentially saved Kashyyyk, but one of your squad falls behind, and it kind of ends with them saying, "We need to go back with it to get him," and then it just ends.
Bulletstorm, one of your characters died, the robotic dude disappears.
Oh yeah, no, Bulletstorm would be great.
Yeah, and then you blast off in a capsule, and then it goes to a black screen, and the guy you supposedly killed is alive with your teammate, and you just hear them voices, and then it ends.
Oh no, that Bulletstorm was a fantastic game. Anybody who says otherwise, can suck a dick.
It had the exact amount of comic stuff it had to have in there that made you laugh. It wasn't too much and it wasn't too little. It was perfect.
It was a piss take. The entire game was a piss take.
Yeah, but it wasn't one of them cheesy piss takes. Or it sort of
it was so cheesy. Don't even say it wasn't cheesy. It was
in a good
so
way.
Cheesy.
In a good way, it was cheesy, not in a bad way.
My answer to this question would be Space Marines. Warhammer Space Marines. That did leave on a very big cliffhanger. What happens is General Titus, he's been declared heresy because he absorbed your raw warp what was it, warp energy? That was one, yeah. Which is like dark magic, and then he was arrested. He beat the final boss in the game, and then he was arrested straight afterwards.
Who was this?
Don't you remember?
In what?
Space Marines.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah,
you know,
he like beat the final boss and then instantly got arrested.
well, no. To be fair, if you follow the lore of 40k, it's pretty legit, like that he
Yeah,
gets arrested.
yeah.
Um,
So obviously,
what I really want though, is I want
I
a
know what
40k
I
game
really,
based around
really
the
want.
Dark Angels, because their fluff is so great.
mm. But at the
They
same
are,
time, I really want a sequel so I can just stick that fucking what was that guy's name? The guy that was like oh this is heresy and stuff like that. And
yeah.
so to the book kind of guy, and I want to really stick it to him. I want to really beat him up.
No, they're all to the that is the point of Space Marines. They're all
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah, and I
But
just think that
I think
I kind of got attached to Titus a bit, and to see him just kind of be shunned for his sins, kind of thing. But
because they're very much like, oh, we need to follow the Codex Astartes and stuff.
yeah, I understand that completely. But
Wait,
at
I'm
the same
trying to
time, I
think.
really want to fucking stick
It's
it to
like
him.
metal,
Leonardus, I think his name is. Was it?
something like that. But at least I'm not sure. But in one of the Dawn of War games or something, there are like some great quotes, and there's like one where you've got there's essentially rhinos, and they are just the tanks that carry troops. But I'm trying to find the quote, because there's a great quote where it's kind of there's a Marine who's like, do by the books, and then this other guy's like, it's Blood Angels, and they're like, you've never done this before, let's show you how it's done. And it's essentially the scene where Titus jumps out with the assault pack on.
Hmm.
It's kind of that again, but like, I feel like I should send you this, because it's just this guy going, rhinos, rhinos, our enemies hide in metal boxes, the fools, the cowards, and it's great.
Hmm.
It makes me smile.
Hmm. No, it was Leandros. That was it. I really want to stick it to him because he's a prick.
Yeah.
I hate him. I just want a sequel based on that. Captain Titus just busts his lip open,
Yeah.
and that's it. I'd be satisfied with that. But either way, I would like a sequel to Space Marine regardless because that was pretty good.
It was. It was.
Mm-hmm. All right, I guess we'll end the podcast on that then.
Yeah. I think
Mm. That was a good comeback, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Good
was.
comeback, guys. Good comeback. We'll see you next time, my beautiful audience. Maybe not so beautiful, but we'll see you next time.
See you later.
Goodbye.